The conversation to Sokoto State, where our correspondent Celestina Iria is standing by. Celestina, what's the update?
We got Sokoto reports.
Celestina Iria, if you can hear me, Celestina is at the Sokoto INEC Coalition office.
Yes, I can hear you very well. Collation has been concluded and the winner has emerged. The APC won with a very large landslide victory. They secured about 453,000 votes, while the PDP got 404,000. And election in this state was peaceful, and also the collation was done very quickly. To our surprise, things were done differently from what we experienced during the presidential election. So I could say INEC, I would give them a thumbs up for this governorship election conducted, because they really did their best, and it showed during the election process and also during the collation process.
Right, and what was the take of the party agents present at the collation hall there?
Well, we really did not get any objection from any of the parties as to the results that came from different local governments, because little or no violence were recorded. Though some polling units were cancelled for overvoting, while some, like some polling units that were volatile due to attacks from bandits, election was not conducted in those polling units, so it was automatically cancelled. But other than that, there was really not much violence and really little overvoting. So, give or take, it was a very good election. Both parties accepted the results. They all signed and collected their copies of the results, and we must give it to the governor-elect. He has been on this since 2019, and also we know that he has been in governance since 2015 when he was a deputy governor to the incumbent governor, but decided to resign in 2018 when the governor moved from the APC to the PDP. Information we got that he had presumed that he was going to be impeached because he refused to leave the APC to the PDP at that time. So in 2019, he also contested against the incumbent governor, but the election at that time was inconclusive and a rerun was conducted. At that time, it was a very close call between him and the incumbent governor, Aminu Tambuwa, with just about, Aminu Tambuwa won him with just about 342 votes. And now he contested again against another candidate of the PDP, and he got victory with a very landslide victory. So I would say, and we know he is a people's person, because from what we've gathered from the residents of Sokoto State and the indigenes we've spoken to, they said he practices this welfarized kind of politics where he gets to know everybody. He tries to know everybody by their name, know what they are going through, know the issues they have, and trying to bring them close. So we feel this is exactly what played out during the election that gave him this victory he had today.
So comparing the governorship election to the presidential election, what was the voter turnout like?
Well, voter turnout for this governorship election was massive, because this election, we say, is a local election because it's more closer to the people. We could really record compliance of the restriction of movement on Saturday. Residents and indigenes of Sokoto State, they really complied with the order given by the police, save for areas where we have polling units close to themselves, which will be very busy. But major compliance was recorded, and also we could see that the queues, we had more women than men turning out to cast their ballot. The elderly, the pregnant, the aged, they all came out en masse to cast their ballot. And from the result that was called out during in the collation center, we could see that the number of accredited voters and the total number of vote cast were very close, because people really did come out to cast their ballot. And I feel because due to the result that was announced, they really wanted a change, or would say they really wanted APC to take back the state. So we could see that they really did come out to cast their ballot.
Right, and the cash crunch, preceding the election, there was, a whole lot going on the streets with people talking about the unavailability of banknotes. How much of an effect do you think it had on the polls in Sokoto State?
Well, about a day, as funny as it may sound, Sokoto State, when we got here, they were accepting the old notes. They were accepting and they were also giving out the old note. So it was very surprising when I spoke to some residents who refused to speak to us on camera. They said that government has said they should collect the old note and also they should also do business with it. So why wouldn't they? They accepted the old note and also gave out the old note during transaction of business. So it really did not have any effect on the election because as far as the old note is concerned, it's illegal, it remains a legal tender to them, and they did well accept it.
All right, Celestina, thank you very much for that update. Please stay safe.